But this is what I was talking about. Here's more of the Dragon Age stuff. That's kind of what we're looking at.
Our gods! How do we stand against that?
After 10 years, we're now just a little over a month away from playing Dragon Age The Veilguard. I played a hefty 7 hours of BioWare's first original game since Anthem in 2019, and
like some of these scenes look pretty good, right? Like this. This is that monster that I was talking about in Dragon Age 1 Origin, where they're in the it was the Dwarven Caverns, the Deep Roads, and it was that tentacle monstrous thing. Oh god.
Our god!
I kind of wish this was more. I don't know. Something seems to just be missing. Is this?
How do we stand against that?
Yeah, that looked kind of cool. No. Like this right here. I mean, this kind of looks cheesy. I don't know.
Stand against that.
after 10 years, we're now just a little over a month away from playing Dragon Age.
It's a month away? I didn't know that. I thought we still had some time to go. This is just around the corner.
The Veilguard. I played a hefty 7 hours of BioWare's first original game since Anthem in 2019, and fourth mainline installment in the Dragon Age series, starting with the prologue and later loaded into...
Why is she like this? Is she supposed to be Flemeth?
several different saves. As a longtime fan, what I'll say is 10 years is a very long time, but so far, the Veilguard hasn't disappointed.
Okay.
I've never seen this before.
Alright. This...
There's something kind of exciting about it.
Now, I
can already tell she's going to be one of the characters that I throw in the camp and never touch again. Because I can... It's like those people in school. The ones that that run to class, run to the next class. The ones that are, they're just weird. And not many people talk to them. They're the folks that if you go and try to talk to them and they don't like you, they're going to stab you with their lunch fork. That's the best way to explain it. That's this girl. She's going to stab me with her lunch fork. I'm going to try to ask her about her book or something. She's going to say something like, Kawaii. And be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then she'll get upset and then try to stab me with the fork.
Seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
Now, I could talk to you about the combat, and I will, or the gorgeous locales.
Dude, this this looks like what is it? Skyrim online. What is it? That's what this looks like.
That's coming too.
That's what this looks like.
Or the way it felt to see Varric and Solas again.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
The comedy relief. The entire world is coming crashing down and you've got fucking jokes.
Or
What is this? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't really matter.
Skip straight to the character creator and start with there's so much.
Why does it look like The Sims? It just doesn't look very detailed, appealing. It looks... And what is this background? It just looks bland.
Hair. Look, I loved Dragon Age Inquisition,
Like,
but
this is
fans
cool.
have long acknowledged the limitations of its character creator. The Veilguard blew me away in that regard. After the lackluster options of the last entry, it's
It looks like Sims.
wild to see what we've got to look forward to.
Oh, that's why it looks like Sims. Because this game is made by EA, and EA also makes The Sims. That's what this is. They just copied and pasted The Sims into this. And what is this? Who is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be the Qunari? Is that what they're called? What are these supposed to be? Alright. So this is supposed to be the Qunari. Okay. This is what the Qunari are supposed to look like. This. They are supposed to look intimidating, scary, almost like a monster, because they are a... What the hell is this? No. Because they are a warrior race. See this other person back here with the helmet? It's like the 40k folks. Hell, even this is even better. They're supposed to look rugged and strong and lean. Like this. What the hell is this? I want to compare. Right? Let's compare them. Put them side by side. There we go. They're supposed to look like this. Like this. They Disney-fied it. What is this supposed to be rated? It's supposed to be rated M for mature. Okay, so if it's supposed to be mature for 17 and older, why does everything look like it's for children? Why does everything look soft?
30 hair options for Qunari and 88 for non-Qunari, complete with gorgeous physics as Rook scurries around Northern Thedas. So many different hair textures are represented, whether you'd like totally straight hair, 2B waves, or 4C curls. In making my character, I was drawn immediately to a
that's
long
nice.
braid
That's
that
cool.
whipped around as quickly
Yeah.
as I did.
I mean, this does look nice.
Qunari horns also see a massive improvement.
No, this is not an improvement. This is horrendous. This is the worst thing that I've seen out of this entire Veilguard preview, all of it, the trailers and everything. These are an abomination. This is someone fucked up.
With 49 unique styles, options range from large and imposing to decorative or even asymmetrical. That said, yes, their foreheads can look pretty jarring. I played as a Qunari mage during most of my preview and will say I got used to the look pretty quickly. Dragon Age the Veilguard actually only marks the second game of the series where you can play as a Qunari, so the odd imbalance of forehead versus face feels like stylistic growing pains.
Yes, they're stylistically bad. They're stylistically bad. None of the other games look like this. None of them.
Curious about whether more time with the character creator might help. The air shock of Dragon Age 2
Yes.
is, in my opinion, such a beautifully crafted model.
Yes.
And I would love to be able to
Yes.
create a Kunari Rook that feels as memorable.
Yes.
Customization certainly doesn't stop at hair, or horns, of course. Every aspect of your Rook is editable, even allowing for facial asymmetry if you choose. Sliders allow you to change everything from head shape to the melanin in your skin to the presence of vitiligo. Perhaps my favorite addition, however, is the introduction of body diversity. Cyberpunk 2077 and Baldur's Gate 3 had whiffs of this, but nowhere near what you're capable of in the Veilguard, which is much more similar to the breadth of the character creator in Dragon's Dogma 2. For each of the 4 races, there are plenty of presets to choose from, all with varying heights and muscle or fat distribution. Once you've chosen your preset, however, you can build further upon those elements as much as you'd like. First is a triangulation of coordinates, allowing for many unique combinations of body types that are thinner,
That's kinda
larger,
cool.
or more muscular.
I do like
Height
that.
sliders are fun, especially when it means watching my particularly short elf ruin years of Solus's ritual planning by pushing over a statue. The options feel almost endless. There's even a glute slider. And yes, I gave my Rook one
That's it?
hell of an ass. All of this is only scratching the surface. I haven't even
Wait.
gotten into
Is there a boob
scratching
slider?
the ass. All of this is only all of
Would it be chest size? I don't think it's going to be chest size.
And yes, I gave my Rook one hell of an ass. All of this is only scratching the surface. I haven't even gotten into facial hair, makeup, scars, or tattoos. As an elf, my Rook sported some Vaseline, but there are so many different designs for both the face and the body to experiment with. While I didn't spend very much time exploring customization for the Inquisitor, I just know we'll all get the chance to make them in the way we've always imagined.
It's good to see you again.
Also, it may be a relief to some of you to know that Veilguard abandons the awful green lighting of Inquisition's character creator and instead allows you to cycle through several lighting options in service of creating Rooks that look just as good in gameplay as they do when you create them.
That thing.
Combat, meanwhile, was a refreshing change from Inquisition. My go-to class has always been Mage, and even as a Knight Enchanter, I often felt like I was standing in one place holding down the left trigger. This felt like a return to the pace of Dragon Age 2, with innovations that improve upon the experience of battle overall. The Veilguard introduces a new fighting style for mages featuring an orb and dagger for close quarters combat. It's
Okay.
tailor-made for players like me who love magic, but also really like to stab. During my preview, I played through the prologue and then dropped forward into various points of Act 1, so I really got to quickly experience the progression Rook and their companions can go through as fighters. We may not be able to take control of our companions this time around, but the Veilguard really encourages strategizing with them. They'll call out to you when they've rebuilt their mana or stamina, and the ability wheel even suggests combos. My focus during the event was mission-driven, so I didn't get as much of a chance to interact with the characters as I would have liked, but even the brief moments of banter endeared me to them pretty quickly.
It didn't break. You call that nice and quiet?
Each class gets its own ultimate ability. Think
Oh, yes, more cheesy ass one-liners and jokes and breaking the tension. Just more of it. I love that. That's what everyone wanted. You know, when the Star Wars movies, the ones with Rey came out, it really bothered me. There's a scene in the first movie where it is our big bad. He has his little hilt Star Wars lightsaber, and he is like torturing someone. I can't remember who he's torturing. And then the torturing doesn't work, and he gets upset and he storms out. And like it's heavy. There's a lot of tension there. We just watched somebody get tortured. And then immediately after, there's a scene where a little scurrying robot on the floor of the Death Star, whatever, rolls around and crashes into the wall immediately. And the two stormtroopers stare at each other like, dude, this is a heavy, tense moment. Can we not sit with it? Just let us sit with it. It's supposed to be uncomfortable.
The focus ability, along with a ranged attack. For warriors, that means yeeting your shield like a giant metal boomerang. I've always played Dragon Age for story and not combat, but with this new system, I had so much fun. I felt present during every encounter and truly accomplished after every boss battle. That said, there's definitely a bit of a learning curve. I still found myself confusing controls a few hours in. It's a departure from all 3 installments, but luckily the Veilguard offers 5 different difficulty levels that you can change at will if you want to ease yourself in. As a Dragon Age fan, the Veilguard felt like a homecoming of sorts. Just as much as seeing familiar faces in Solas and Varric, I was overjoyed to be back in the world of Thedas itself. Moving us north allows for that sense of discovery I got in Inquisition, and if I'd encourage anything, it's to really look at your surroundings. Not only are there small environmental puzzles to entangle, along with small and effective moments of visual storytelling, but the horizon is full of breathtaking
Yeah, that looks really
scenery
cool.
that drives home the scale of these locations I've personally always
And that's
wondered
why it's
about.
such a damn shame.
One new locale, for instance, is a gorgeous underwater prison called the Ossuary. I won't spoil what you're there to do, but the design alone makes it one of the most memorable moments I've had in any Dragon Age game. Even after hours of gameplay, I still felt like I could have played for many hours more. I'm optimistic about the Veilguard, and excited for it in a way I haven't quite felt about another game in quite some time. If you'd
I
like
wouldn't
to
say I'm
see
that
even more
excited
of the
for
game,
it.
check out our exclusive IGN First coverage, which features even more gameplay and deep dives on Rook's companions. And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Thanks.
God, that looks so corny. It'll be fun to see how it happens. I mean, it'll be fun to take a look and watch or play. I do think I'm going to end up Yep. It's definitely going to need mods. And the thing is... what the fuck is that Canary at the 5-minute mark? It looks like Quagmire with horns. Let's see.
Even as my go-to class has always cycled through several
I mean, they're not wrong. Oh, God. I do like this lighting thing. I know I complained about I just thought it was stuck at that purple one. I like this one so that way we can actually see what it looks like in the daylight. But God, this is just so bad. I do like all the hairstyles though. That's nice. but like
Dragon Age 2 is
you couldn't have put some texture on their face. Like, look at how, like, his face looks like there is a texture. Do you remember, what is it? Thor, the coder guy. He says that, your mouth is so good at recognizing textures that you can look at something and you can tell what it would feel like in your mouth. This feels like it would be rough, probably dry and coarse, right? This feels like it's going to be Play-Doh. Like, just think about it for a second. I know it's a disturbing thing to think about, but just think about it. That's goofy looking too. But I mean, this has texture. It has texture to a face. This thing looks like it was just airbrushed. It looks terrible. Like, look at this. There's no texture here. It feels like I would be licking glass. Or licking a smooth plastic. A glossy plastic. That's what this looks like. Glossy plastic. Terrible. Terrible. But we're going to play it. We're going to see how it looks, how it plays. And yeah, the glued slider didn't do anything. But
Dragon.
yeah, we'll see. I hope the 10 years have come up with something worthwhile. Oh, God.